It's Jane again, and I'm back to the next installment on having arthritis hand surgery. I did have the soft cast removed. It was a little bit more of a surprise. I kind of thought it was going to be a more gentle an appointment, and it was kind of rough. First of all, I was not expecting that things would look quite as gruesome as they did. In my case, there were some really heavy wires that actually protruded through the skin, out through the fingertips and the base of the thumb. And perhaps that's the way all of these surgeries are done, and perhaps it's simply the way this one was done. I know it was done well, I just didn't expect it, and I have a thing about punctures, so I found it a little gruesome. Awful lot of dried blood, and things were discolored and disfigured, and that will all heal. So if you do get to see it when they first take off the cast, expect it may not be very pretty and be prepared for it instead of being shocked the way I was. The other thing is that it's still hurting. I am completely off of any pain meds and have been for quite some time. Even when I went back, I did get a bit of a setback because I think I was a little surprised at what the thing looked like. Your hand gets a little traumatized. They're taking x-rays, they're putting a new cast on it, not real comfy. So that was certainly doable. I was very glad I had just begun to do some very simple tests on driving around the block, and I'm glad I had someone drive me because it was a long day and it was rather uncomfortable. I don't know whether different medical groups handle these things differently, and I'm sure they do, just like different bodies are, react differently to the surgery. In this case, I felt they were a little bit, the people who, they did a wonderful job on the surgery, but they were not particularly thoughtful about the patient. So I was a little disappointed on that. I was told that I needed to rewrap these two fingers every 2 days, take off the splints, rewrap them, clean them with alcohol. They were pretty, this was about a week and a half ago, and there's still a lot of dried blood on there. And I have been doing it. I asked if I might have some help at all with this, and they said no, they send home 80-year-old ladies to do the job themselves and they don't have a problem, which I think was a nice excuse for saying that no, their plan, they're not going to cover it, they're not going to be reimbursed. And as it turned out, fortunately, I had an absolutely fabulous neighbor who came in and works on rewrapping these every couple of days. And she says it's a bear. It's difficult for her to do it with two hands, never mind with one left hand. So be prepared. Now, remember, most people only get the basal thumb surgery, in which case you'd have these fingers and you don't have to worry about rewrapping. They give you a hard cast, or again, I've read some people get removable casts. It's going to depend on your institution and how they handle it. In this case, they gave me a nice fiberglass cast, so I can play baseball with a built-in cast, a built-in bat. Also, if you have the fingers done, if you have your fingers so they're fused, I would guess you need to be prepared for seeing, pieces of metal coming out through your fingers. You will probably have to rewrap and clean them. Again, I'm not sure how different doctors and different institutions, medical groups do handle this. This was just my experience, and these are the things I want you to be prepared for. Other than that, I've been off pain meds, since the last time I think I recorded, so it's been probably a good 2 to 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, something like that. I've come to really love these two fingers, which I always took for granted. They're very handy for hooking things onto. If you do have both of the surgeries done at the same time, expect it's really going to put your hand out of commission. Never have two hands done at the same time. Wouldn't do that. And if you do have, it's not yours. This is my dominant hand, which has made it exceedingly difficult. If it's your non-dominant hand, you'll be able to do an awful lot more for yourself. I have been very thankful that I got most of my writing work, a lot of my jobs done ahead of time, projects done ahead of time, because you really won't be able to function and do an awful lot of work, especially typing is pretty interesting in this case. And if you want to go with Siri or any of those voice-activated programs, they really aren't great at grammar and spelling. However, they'll be getting better, as my hand will be. So I just wanted to report in another week and a half. This will have been a little over 3 weeks since I had the hard cast put on. I will have this off and I will let you know how it's doing. Still pain, but it's bearable. And I'd rather have the pain than take the painkillers. Again, I repeat and repeat and repeat. Do what's right for you. This is just my experience and what's right for me. And I hope some of these thoughts will prepare you and will make the whole experience easier. Also, I repeat, thank goodness I have big clothes with arms that you can get your cast in and out of, pull-up pants, and no tie shoes. So keep in mind what's going to work for you and prepare as best you can. And then plan on laughing at yourself a few times. Okay, once in a while you may swear a little bit too, but go for the best of it.